we're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Did you have his iPad in your car?
I don't know where that thing is. It might be in my trunk.
What, William's iPad?
Yeah.
Because remember last week, Will was like, I can't find my iPad. And
You had it the whole time?
He said he might, but he said he never checked his car to see.
Last time he left his book bag, he texted me like, it was months ago. He was like, can you check your trunk to see if my iPad's in there? I was like, oh yeah, sure. And I just never did it.
So you could very well have his iPad right now. You just don't know.
It's a real possibility.
Like, can we go check now? Like, is that something that you're willing to do?
No.
No, absolutely not.
You're not willing to see if a personal item of someone's that's worth $400 is in your car.
That iPad is not worth $400 at this point. If it's in there, it's not usable any longer.
I was about to say, like, we've had some extreme temperatures, so.
Like, my car was buried in like
down the hill.
12 feet of snow. Like, that iPad is no good.
It could still be good. It might not be as powerful as it once was.
I'll check tomorrow, if y'all remind me.
Like, he's
What the hell are those?
These are my prescription sunglasses.
Hater blockers?
Those the hater blockers, those the Ray Charles hater blockers, put them back on?
I hate these glasses, but they're prescription. I need them. So I go out.
You look blind as hell.
Dark. They're very dark. You look so damn blind.
You never seen these?
No, I've never seen you wear them. You legit
I
look
don't
like
ever wear those in public. You look blind. You look like someone need to help you.
You would be like, oh my god, you need a stick?
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to another edition of Bro Talk Live. My name is Jay Urban. This is the best show where you can get all of your news in a hilarious way. Let's kick it to my main man, Dex. What up, bro?
Dex the One here, reporting live for duty, starting trends. Hey, Ty.
I'll wait to be introduced by Jason.
Tyler God, what up, bro?
I'm well, just hanging out.
Maintaining. And Bill, how are you, sir? Glasses. Everyone has on glasses except for me. What's going on?
Because you're the one who can see. It's not a blessing.
I got this little issue where my eye trails, so I gotta.
Got one. It's not quite lazy, but it's just
It's always on the way.
You ever open your eyes up underwater? That's what it looks like if I take these glasses off.
For me, I just think they look cool, so I want to put them on. I feel basic now.
Like you can call me Betty Eye, because like my vision is 1738.
Fetty Eye, I like that.
This person has an anniversary since the last time I broke his foot 3 years ago, so he decided to dress like me today.
Oh, is this the anniversary of the last time you broke your foot, Dex?
Close enough to it. The time when Ty threw me over threw me off that bridge.
I threw Dexter over a gate. He was talking too much. I had to assert my dominance.
Well, that's what alpha males do, and it's just the type of person that you are. And then, we appreciate that you stay true to who you are at all times. All right, guys, you ready to start the show?
Let's go.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're going to start the show, of course, on a little bit somber note, just because, this is what's going on in the world today. The Pulse nightclub shooting in Orlando, Florida. Here's what we know about the shooting. The gunman's name is Omar Mateen. He was killed in the shootout with the police. Mr. Mateen, who was an American citizen, a lot of people forget that, he was born in Queens. His parents were from Afghanistan, though. He claimed allegiance to the Islamic State, ISIS, in a 911 call he made at the time of the attack, law enforcement officials are saying. He lived in Fort Pierce, Florida, not far at all from Orlando. He opened fire inside of the Pulse nightclub in Orlando, which is a popular gay club, at about 2 a.m. On Sunday morning. He was armed with an AR-15 style assault rifle and a handgun. He shot about 1/3 of the people in the packed club, leaving about 49 people dead. Hundreds of packed club goers escaped and fled into the streets. The Orlando Police Department says that Mateen was born in New York. Court records indicate he was divorced. His ex-wife said that her marriage had been abusive and that he had at times displayed erratic behavior. She said, quote, there were definitely moments when he'd expressed his tolerance towards homosexuals. And that's where the whole case keyed in on until today, when several of the survivors were actually well enough to speak and give news conferences. At a news conference at Florida Hospital in Orlando, one survivor, Patience Carter, described cowering with two friends inside of a handicapped bathroom stall at the club while Mateen stood by chatting. Among other things, she said, he announced, quote, "This is about my country," end quote. He also said that the reason that he was doing this was because he wanted America to stop bombing his country, is another quote that she said. She said after he hung up the phone, he started speaking in Arabic, but she said she wasn't sure to whom, and then he had a question for the others cowering in earshot of him. He said, quote, "Are there any black people in here?" She said that she was too afraid to reply, but another black person hiding in the bathroom did. He responded by saying, quote, "I don't have a problem with black people. This is about my country. You guys suffered enough." Donald Trump, for his side, wanted to take credit for this whole thing, saying, "Horrific incident in Florida, praying for all the victims and their families. When will this stop? When will we get smart, tough, vigilant? Appreciate the congrats for being right on radical Islamic terrorism. I don't want congrats. I want toughness, vigilance. We must be smart." Is President Obama finally going to mention the words radical Islamic terrorism? If he doesn't, he should immediately resign in disgrace. Your Republican nominee also kept going, saying, reporting the Orlando killer shouted "Allahu Akbar" as he slaughtered clubgoers. Second man arrested in LA with rifles near gay parade. What has happened in Orlando is just the beginning. Our leadership is weak and ineffective. I called it and asked for the ban. Must be tough. America must now get very tough, very smart, and very vigilant. I cannot admit people into our country without extraordinary screening. He finished by saying America, once again, must get very tough, very smart, very vigilant. Cannot admit people into our country without extraordinary screening. Thank you to the LGBT community. I will fight for you while Hillary brings in more people that will threaten your freedoms and beliefs. President Obama today spoke talking about the Muslim ban that Donald Trump keeps on spitting out, said this is not the America we want. Enough talking about being tough on terrorism. Actually be tough on terrorism and stop making it easy as possible for terrorists to buy assault weapons. He said, quote, "If we fall into the trap of painting all Muslims with a broad brush and implying that we are at war with an entire religion, then we are doing the terrorists' work for them. Are we going to start treating all Muslim Americans differently? Are we going to start subjecting them to special surveillance? Are we going to start discriminating against them because of their faith? Do Republican officials actually agree with this?" And Hillary, for her part, spoke on Twitter saying Trump's Muslim ban is wrong, dangerous, and in this instance, nonsensical. The terrorist in Orlando was born in Queens, just like Donald. Guys, how do you feel about the politicizing or the politicalization of this whole Orlando shooting?
I'll start with that one. I think it's irresponsible, and I think that like a lot of the comments I've seen about this incident have really rubbed me the wrong way. I think when I first saw it, my first thought was compassion. I felt bad for those people who were killed in that nightclub. I felt bad for their families, and I felt bad for just everybody who has to just sit and just continue to live this horror every single day that we've been dealing with since this weekend. My main issue with this whole thing is that we're talking about Donald Trump, we're talking about Hillary Clinton, we're talking about the guy who shot the people, but no one's talking about the victims. There's 49 people who are dead today, and we are not talking about them. We know, we've seen pictures of some people, but we don't know these people's names. We don't know what they did. And it's just I just feel like that's irresponsible on our part.
Ty, how do you feel about the whole comments that Donald Trump said or anyone else said about the shooting in Orlando?
Oh my. I'm a lot like Dexter, but I did spend time looking at the different people and what they did for a living, and looking at the gentleman who's sent messages to his mother and things like that. That's what I spent a lot of time looking at. I did not spend any time listening to Donald Trump's comments, nor did I listen to
your future president, potentially Donald Trump. Nor
did I listen to any of Hillary Clinton's comments, because I don't think that they necessarily care about what I'm sure they care, but I think that they're going to use this to try to put themselves forward to see who can handle this best, who would be able to handle this situation. And the truth is that neither of them can handle this situation. These things happen because we are not tolerant of other people. They happen because we don't understand how to tolerate people who are different from us or have different views from us, or live differently from us. That's how this stuff happens. And we can do gun laws and things like that, but really we need to learn how to be tolerant of people different from us, and that's what we need to focus on. I'm not focusing on Donald Trump. I've heard enough of Donald Trump. Every time something happens, he has something really ignorant to say, and ignorant people follow behind him, and they applaud him and agree and retweet him, and it shows us just how ridiculous we can be. And I don't have the energy for it right now. I just want to focus on the people, the victims, and just think about how crazy that is. Like, I just empathize with them. I'm not really thinking about him.
Bill, how do you feel about the young lady, Patience, who was one of the victims, saying that, he did not do this as a hate crime towards, quote unquote, anyone? He said he did it because, according to the report, she said that, he's tired of people bombing his country, quote unquote, Afghanistan, even though he was born over here. I guess his parents are from over there, so he feels like that's his country. How do you feel about that, that revelation?
There are so many layers to this thing that need to be broken down. To be honest, I don't care what his motive was. The fact is that 50 people are dead. There are 50 families that will never get their loved ones back, no matter what the motive, no matter what the reason, how he felt. All of that to me, and this is me personally, all the motive is irrelevant. The fact of the matter is that it was done. What I have a much bigger issue with, I think, and I don't know if I'm jumping ahead, but it's the response of a lot of people I've seen in the church, which is particularly managed to piss me off, because I've actually seen some people. I got into it with a bishop. I'm not going to say who he is, but because he was praising the fact that this man walked into a place and killed 50 people. And it's that kind of doctrine. It's that kind of foolish.
Wait, so the preacher or whatever said that he was happy that those people got killed?
Actually, what he said was that he was happy that those people were killed and that they should have done it up here. That was the remark.
Wow.
Because they were gay, and that goes against his religious beliefs.
But you can't give me that, because
I'm saying that was his reasoning.
Yes, that was his reasoning.
Okay.
That was what he used, which is a false pretense, because the lie and the adultery and the wearing the jeans and eating shellfish, and if we want to play that card, all these things should have gotten you shot up in a club a long time ago.
But Grace, come on.
So this is a time to not go and think you can be so deep that you're literally drowning everybody, because nobody's listening to anything you're saying. It's foolish. Now is the time to spread love. Jesus was about love, and if you can't love somebody in this hurting and compassion, be compassionate. There's you weren't called. Take the collar off. Take the shirt off. Stop being foolish and just shut up. Study to be quiet and learn how to love somebody. And it's pissing me off. And I haven't even given any credence to what Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton said. They don't. I don't even want them to think I'm even listening. I didn't even know they made statements.
I will say though, I do think it's very. I know she was there, the Patience Carter girl. I know she was there. I understand that you are part of this, but you're sitting in a hospital bed reading a prepared statement saying this stuff, and that really bothers me, considering the fact that there are black people who were killed in this attack, and also this happened on a Latin night at the club. So, have Latin people not suffered as well? I don't understand that, and I truthfully don't believe that.
Well, for the prepared statement part of it, when you go through something as extreme as what.
No, there have been plenty of people.
Let me finish. When you go through something as extreme as with this Patient Carter girl, you want to have something, especially if you're at a press conference, which this was, that you can sit here and you can say and get all of your bases covered. Because I know if I was Miss Patience and if I got shot, there will be a million things running through my mind as to what I could say, as to what I want to touch on, and I might not get all of it out at that time. So a prepared statement, a lot of the times, is just so you can make sure that you have all of your bases covered, that you say exactly what you want to say, and that you're not overcome by the emotion of the moment.
I get it, but I disagree with that at the same time, because I feel like the main point of her thing was to say that he spared the lives of black people, and if you were going to say that, I don't think you needed a prepared statement.
He didn't say he spared the life of black people. He just said, she said that he said it was not directed towards them.
I just feel like that's irresponsible. I just don't feel like that helps this situation at all. Like, I just feel like that looks like one of those things. Like, now when people start to talk about it, it's like, oh, he didn't want to hurt the black. I just feel like that doesn't help at all. Like,
she didn't just say she didn't want to hurt the black people. She also said that he did this because he was tired of people bombing his country, not just to go against LGBT people. So that is also important.
But at the same time, you did that at a gay club. So like you can't. I just feel like she made too many excuses for him, and now like right now we're debating like, oh, maybe he didn't do this. Maybe like it's BS. We don't know. It's BS.
No, but ultimately, I believe
I have an issue with the fact that she's like, you have people fresh from like this girl was just laying next to somebody who she watched get their brains blown out, and you have her in a hospital bed reading a statement. That is an issue for me. How about you take her to counseling? How about you make sure she's recovering? Like, don't have her laying in a hospital bed reading off papers. Like, how ridiculous is that?
Well, I mean, that's a choice she had, but there were other people who did interviews as well.
And that's the issue I had.
And they did not have prepared statements, and they were able to get their point across very well. And I just feel like
you don't know if they got everything they wanted to say out.
They probably didn't, but at the same time, though, they also did make excuses for him, and I feel like she
don't know. But you can't sit here and bash this girl for having a prepared statement. I mean, people have prepared statements. Barack Obama, every speech he has is a prepared statement. So I mean,
but she's given an account of an experience.
She's given an account for millions of people
that she had herself.
In this conversation where we're getting to irrelevance. So.
But I feel like her statement was somewhat irrelevant. I just don't feel like that was necessary.
It may have been, it may not have been. But I mean, I think the focus of the conversation is not a prepared statement. It's that, people were killed. And, I did read some things, and I don't know if you guys read them too, where it says that he's been frequenting that club for about 3 years now, and that he,
But that's also alleged information, just like Precious's information is alleged information.
So I just wonder, like, I don't know. For me, I think that his motives...
Oh, sorry, Patience. Her name is Patience, not Precious.
I don't think his motives were even as deep as we think they are. I think he's one of those people who is a homosexual himself and couldn't come to terms with his religion versus his feelings, I guess, and took it out on other people. And then started rattling off a whole bunch of crazy mess for more attention. I don't know. I just don't feel like he's connected to anybody. And then there are all these conspiracy theorists. It's like really annoying. So I just, like, by the time you get all the story together, it's like really annoying because everybody has a theory. Everybody has conspiracy. Everyone's like, well, if I was there and how they would have handled it. And I just really want to focus on the fact that a tragedy happened to people. We're not talking about to gay people, to black people, to Latin people, just people, period.
But it's also important to find out why, and that's why we're talking about it.
We know
if we were just talking about the story, we'd be the news, and we're not.
Also, I think the last thing I want to say about this is that I think it's very irresponsible for people to talk about this story, and then they have to specify that, I'm against homosexuality, but I do have an issue with this shooting. Like, I just don't feel like that this is the time or place for you to put your opinions. You need to be more open to spreading love and being optimistic than putting your opinion out there. I don't think it's necessary right now.
And I don't see why people don't understand how to be against something without being hateful about it. Like, you can disagree with somebody without hating them. And if you do disagree with somebody, you've expressed it enough to where you can kind of be quiet at this moment and kind of focus on the people. Like, that's what I feel like isn't happening from the church, and kind of what William was saying too. Like, we're not focused enough on people. Like, we're focused on, like, this is not the time for that. Like, we understand the opinions. Like, it's really not the time for that. So, yeah.
And some of you that are making that statement, I'm against homosexuality, but I feel really bad about this, you should really check who your friends are. Just
come through. Check that friend list. Because truth be told,
I'm just saying. Some of them might
All
have
right.
been in the club.
Well, yeah. Once again, sad story. We pray for all the families, and we, give our deepest sympathies to those who have members of their family that were lost in this shooting. Very sad story. Moving on, we will move on to much, much, much lighter news. Ray Shremmerd covered the latest issue of Fader magazine, and the two brothers are posed here, one head on one shoulder, both shirtless. And a lot of people had problems with this. These are just some of the things that people were saying. Young Thug replied by posting this picture on his wall for some reason, and with the caption "sexy."
That's the problem right there.
That's what Young Thug does. But other reactions from people, these are just some things that we saw under the Shade Room's posting of this picture. Some of the quotes. Black Hippie said, straight men don't lay on each other. Sorry, babe. Someone else responded, they're brothers, though. Someone else said, look how they're posing. One has his tongue out and the other one posing like a female. Both has no shirt on. Like, what the F? Then y'all know how twisted the industry is. Someone else said, this is why masculinity is so fragile. Can men show affection without being called gay? Hey Honey said, looks gay, but I don't know. Little Pink Piggy said, leave these poses to women. Is way too feminine, no matter what the race. And Millie Meesh said, aw, they're a cute little couple. The Fader, for their part, wrote another article on black masculinity, saying, quote, when our black men appear vulnerable, well-mannered, or delicate, we dismiss them into a realm of questioned sexuality. We'd rather grind them into muscles and fervor, snatching them of expression and thought. But most characterizations, a prized man is typically strong and solid, a vision of comfort and sturdiness, the caretaker, the provider, but never free. This needs to stop, end quote. Guys, how do you feel about the criticism that Ray Shremmerd had gotten off of this Fader magazine cover?
I'll go first. The first thing I don't want the Fader to put out a statement that has anything to do with black people being well-mannered. That's something that boils my blood. That's another story for another time, but that boils my blood. Secondly, these are, like, why are people's minds so perverted? These are brothers. Like, they are blood brothers. Like, this is the most ridiculous thing I have ever seen in my life. Some of these filthy animals who are commenting on this have done way worse things with their filthy little ghetto half-sisters. They bald-headed cousins. Like, y'all ain't, like, it blows my mind. Like, listen, this week my mind has been blown. Like, and I didn't even think I could be speechless, but I don't see a problem. I like that. First of all, I'm so here for Ray. Do
you know their name?
You know, the Flex Zone kids. That's why I call them Flex Zone kids. I'm here for them. So
Ray Shremmerd, that's their name. You know what it spells. You know what the actual name means? It's actually a meme.
Drummer's ear, yes.
Yeah, ear drummers. Yeah, because it's backwards. So that's what it means.
Drummer's ear.
Ear drummers, not drummers.
No,
ear.
drummer's ear. It's inverted also. However, that's neither here nor there.
You don't know
I
how to
haven't
pronounce it, Dari.
people perverting two brothers taking a picture. There are several things that I'm sure, like, people have done with it. Like, you laid on your sibling, like, to go to sleep, watch a movie, take a nap. Like, it's not that serious. Everybody relax. Stop it. Y'all stop it. Y'all being oversensitive. Make you wonder why y'all so sensitive.
Dex, any thoughts?
I'm not oversensitive. I do not lay on my brothers like that. I would not lay on my friends like that. I think that cover is a bit much. I don't think it's appropriate. I don't see how those guys thought it was okay. Like when the photographer said, we're going to take off our shirts and I want you to pose up and I want you to lay up on him and lick that tongue out.
Dex, what he told him to do?
And you...
What he told him to do, Dex?
He said, lay up on him and lick that tongue out. And I want you to gaze into the camera and put your hand on your lips.
You think the photographer told them?
Oh, yeah, I do. I would hope that these two guys didn't just say, like, we got our own poses. We're going to do this. I just would hope that wasn't the case. I just don't see. I do agree with Radar when they talk, or Fader, I'm sorry. When they talk about the issues with, like, how people view black men, like black masculinity, but I don't think that this pose helps. Like I just feel like people can be free and be open and do whatever the hell they want to do. But posing like this, I feel like is a problem. Because when we do our Bro Talk promos, you better believe I'm not about to be laying up on none of y'all with shirtless.
Okay, so what's wrong with what exactly? It's not like the guy has his tongue facing the brother. No, he's leaning on his brother, being like, he's probably laughing. Let me finish. He's probably laughing just like you do when you say, ah! He's probably doing that same thing, just facing another way. What's wrong with that? I don't
the fact that they're brothers and they're laid up on like that, like, it's uncomfortable.
They're laid up. They're leaning on each other. Lean on me. Lean my shoulder. You can lean on me.
I've never in my life, Jason, lean on you like that. I'm telling you, I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't
let you, first of all, because you're not my blood brother.
Oh, so I have to be your blood brother to lay up on you? Like, for me, it helps. For me, for me, I just don't like it. I just don't think that's like, it's just a bit much for me. And I just feel like, you know the kind of image that you're putting out there. And I feel like Fader knew that too. And I feel like they're reaching for controversy there and they got exactly what they were looking for. I don't like it.
Ty?
I find it a strange picture. I wouldn't read much into it. I just think that it's kind of weird looking. But I didn't think automatically, gay and the feminization of black men or anything like that. It's just like, okay.
I mean, if you watch these guys at concerts, they never have a shirt on. Like they're wild, they're crazy. They're like they're the 2016 version.
Jungle babies.
Exactly. Exactly. They're just new and they're fresh, and they're high energy. That's just what they do.
Fine. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as the people in the comments. I mean, I think I wouldn't have made a comment about it at all. I mean, it's just I wouldn't do it with my brother. It's not our style. And we're both fat, so maybe that has something to do with it. But it's just no.
And then the fact that Young Thug reposted it says like sexy, like that really doesn't help either.
But we know Young Thug doesn't exactly know the meaning of words, so whenever he uses it.
No, Young Thug absolutely does know the meaning of words. That's why he's wearing this lingerie in these videos. Like, he knows exactly what he's doing, and somebody needs to investigate him, because aren't they like under 18? That's child pornography. Like, I have an issue with that.
And it can't be child pornography because it's so normal. It's so normal to lay up on your brother with your shirt off.
I mean, different siblings have different relationships, and I'm not here to judge what they decide.
I wouldn't judge it if it was behind your closed doors, but when you put it on the front of a magazine, I don't know. I feel like I get.
Everyone doesn't get a trouble when they lean up against another guy. I mean, that's not all of us, okay?
Now, I didn't say that it was like gay that they're doing it. I'm not calling them out because the guys are gay. I'm just saying I just don't think that picture is appropriate.
Appropriate for who? For you? It's hip hop. It's appropriate nowadays. All right. Speaking of appropriate, Mariah Carey thinks she looks a lot more appropriate now. She said she was not a fan of her early '90s look. Here's a comparison that Bassa did between her early '90s look and her look today. Guys, do you agree with Mariah? Here goes some of her gallery from the early '90s when she was on top of her game, winning all of the awards.
When she could sing.
I'm a fan of her.
When she could sing.
She done gained all that weight, got comfortable, and can't hit a note.
And here goes the much later after picture. She's much more proud.
I think she's grown up and she's owned her curves and owned her body. She has 2 children. She has 3 husbands. Like, I think she is living. This woman is living in her truth, and I'm here for it. Like, you should definitely be more proud of how you look right now than what you looked decades ago. I'm with you, Mariah Carey.
What song y'all think she's singing and be trying that hard in that right picture?
It's like We Belong Together.
We belong together, yeah, definitely we belong together.
Trying.
Shake It Off.
She's not singing Shake It Off.
All right, so shout out to Mark. You guys like the 90s look or you like the today look? Which one you like better?
That middle picture, you look like
all day.
Would you say, Bill?
That middle picture?
Uh-huh.
She looked like a honey glazed ham.
And the ones that be in that little casing,
covered in bacon bits.
Oh, come on.
Well, after 2 kids, if she looks that good, like, I think all people should aspire.
Which one you like, 90s or 2000s?
I mean, I am a fan of her appreciating herself and how she looks. However, if I were to pick, I would pick the '90s look. But I am happy that she is happy with who she is because that's always better.
All right, time for another segment. It's called Before and Laughter, also known as Before and After. But for this week, it's called Before and Laughter. Guys, if you haven't heard, Azalea Banks bleached her skin.
What?
Yes, she bleached her skin.
She said that?
Yeah, here's a picture of her after the skin bleaching in Brazil. And White Niches, which is a skin bleaching product that she actually claims to have used. They posted on their Instagram page the amazingly talented Azalea Banks before her show in Brazil. Skin looks on point. Hashtag skincare. Hashtag skin goals. Hashtag Azalea Banks summer and White Niches. She also responded on Twitter to people asking her. This is her new Twitter, by the way, if you haven't noticed. Someone asked, how can Azalea Banks exude this pro-black lifestyle and mentality, but is bleaching her skin? She said, because my box is still purple. So she feels like she's still black because her box is still purple.
Well, she took a rag to it.
Her mom is also on Twitter, at Cola Booth 2. This is a picture of her and her daughter. Her mom wrote to her, I really don't like you bleaching, but what can a mom do? Disown her child? No, you have to love them no matter what. Azalea responded by retweeting and saying, no, but I love it. LOL. In other news, someone else who's had a different change of looks is none other than Keke Palmer. Here she goes photoed in Queens.
Oh, Lord.
She's photoed. She was photoed in Queens playing basketball on Snapchat with her sides of her head shaved and some faux dreadlocks in her hair. So, guys, we want to know, do we like the before of these women or the afters of these women? Which ones do you guys think worked out for them?
The befores.
I'm going to go with Azalea Banks is so far before she didn't exist.
Ouch.
I'm going before a bullet wound.
I'm just gonna.
You don't like the after bullet wound? She, she looks a little more light.
I'm gonna go before
I
the
actually like her skin. I like her skin darker. Actually, the bleaching didn't work out for me.
That is really sad. Like she has million. Well, she doesn't have that many now because she had to start over. But she had at one point millions of Twitter followers, and I know people make Twitter followers. Well, I know people make their. Huh?
What was that number?
She had like millions of followers on there. I don't know the exact number, but she had millions of followers on there. And like, I know people make their own decisions, but I feel like you doing stuff like this. Remember when she came out with a CD? That CD did pretty well. And I just feel like people,
girl, don't try it. No shit, CD didn't do no damn well. Who are you talking about?
And I feel like people follow these kind of trends and stuff like that, and putting this out there in the mainstream, that's really a problem. That's truthfully a problem that I feel like I just feel like people are going to start doing this.
I feel like she's intentionally doing it because she wants to be contrary and she wants her name out.
I mean, it's one thing to pick a fight.
There's a huge pro-black movement going, and everybody's wearing dashikis, and everybody's locking up their hair and all kinds of wonderful things. And she's going to come out with skin bleaching. Like, she just wants attention. I think she's doing anything she can do to get attention because we've been ignoring her. Nobody noticed that her Twitter was back. And so she had to do something. Like, that's all I think this is.
And that's fair. Like, I think it's okay to do controversial things to get attention, but you're not picking a fight with somebody. You legit went and bleached your skin. Like, that, you can't get that back.
She don't want it back. What's the name of it, Jason?
White Niches.
Why? You want something?
No, I want to know if that was the stuff in Bloomingdale's that Dex was going to get from that
another thing, like, in life, I think I've, like, changed so much and, like, learned so many things, but, like, a couple years ago, I was actually told, like, oh, you should buy this. It'll even out your skin tone and everything. And, like, now that I'm looking back on that, that's, like, legit one of the most insulting things that's ever been said to me. Like, I never in my life experienced racism on the level of somebody calling me, like, the N-word or something like that. But I think, like, selling bleaching cream in stores and, like, telling people that this is something good, you might want to use it, like, that's truly racist. And,
You
like,
think that's racist?
I think it's absolutely racist. And I think I'm offended by it.
Yo, she was trying to get him hard on that bleach cream too. She was like, when you first use it, you may have some uneven blotches, but if you just rub it in real good, it'll
That's
even
what
that
the lady
skin
told
right.
Dex.
Yeah.
She almost,
She didn't offer you any, Bill?
because Dex was I said, no thank you, man. He was going to say, what time y'all close?
The crazy part about it, though, like my question to her was like, "What can I do to help even my skin tone?" I didn't ask you about bleaching my skin. I said, "What can I do to even skin
She just
tone?"
wanted to bleach out the dark spots.
So the fact, no, she
he
wants to
was-
bleach out
he
the
was
whole
looking for, like,
skin.
He was looking for like some natural. He was like looking for like something. I don't remember what exact, but it was like he wasn't looking for bleaching cream. That's not what he was looking for.
And the fact that you were offered that is truly like offensive. But she's not alive anymore anyway, so it doesn't matter. She was on her last leg at that time, so it is what it is.
She was the whole way out.
Well, well, Azalea Banks looks pretty even skinned here, but shout out to her. I hope that she finds whatever she's looking for.
Yeah, and I pray that
Stop.
she doesn't get cancer or anything like that from bleaching her freaking skin.
Yeah,
'Cause
I think that's a terrible idea, and you probably have to dodge the sun from here on out. It is stupid.
If she got, but look at them legs. She got on stockings or
Yeah, that's them stockings. What you mean? You thought she got to bleach her legs?
She ain't get them legs or them hands. That's why they covered.
Talking about some her vagina's still purple. That's a problem. You should get that checked out too, dummy.
Well, I don't think you can bleach that, but maybe you can.
It's time for Q&A, where you ask us your questions, we answer them.
A special three-parter, right?
This is so we got a lot of questions this week, and it was hard for me to sift through them. So we decided to go ahead and put 3 up. If we hope the viewers don't mind. So our first question. Here we go. We know that you guys are like rubber bands. You tend to, in general, get close, pull away, get close, etc. Retreating to your man cave seems to be something that most men instinctively gravitate to at certain points in their relationship. I know not all men do this, but I think it's safe to say that many of you do. What triggers you to retreat? And when you do, is it true that we should leave you alone and understand that you will resurface? And can you get that last sentence? I can't see it. When
you're ready.
When you're ready. So this woman, I assume, is asking us about why, as men, we retreat away from our women at times. I guess that alone time thing, or we have our little separate spaces where we don't like to be bothered.
Because sometimes we talk too much and we need a break.
Because I asked you what you wanted to eat for dinner, you didn't know. I had to pick what we ate, and then I'm annoyed. So when I get back to the house, please stay away from me. The same way when you guys are going through your time of the month, you don't want to be bothered with us. Like, we don't want to. Like, you're a human being, and I need my own space.
Fries, you told me no, and then you still got some of my French fries anyway.
Yeah, like that's why
I think that's like I know it has nothing to do with the question, but I really think that's the most annoying thing in the world. I didn't want my own. I just wanted a little bit of yours.
That's the reason why we have to retreat to our man caves, because we want the full thing. We don't want to share our food with you. Like, that's why.
You're serious about life and went out and got married. What do you think about this?
I mean, it is interesting. I mean, we do like to have our own space.
And so do they.
What did you say?
And so do they.
And exactly, we all like to have our own spaces, and there are times when both parties involved don't want to be bothered. So I feel like we should just respect each other, and if we're still if we're together, we're not going to just leave and not come back. So just let us come back when we're ready, and everything will be gravy. It's not like you have to pressure us into, oh, are you coming back into the room, or are you is it this, or are you mad at me, or is it that? It's just everyone knows that everyone just needs time to chill out a little bit, or everyone just needs time to themselves. Me personally, I'm an only child, so I love having time to myself. I can't get enough. But there's other people who aren't only children that still need time to themselves, and sometimes you just need time to reflect and to calm down and to just think things over for yourself.
I'm not an only child, but I do like time to myself, and I think that as couples, we should value our time together as well as our time apart. I don't see why we need to be in each other's faces all the time because you really do get on each other's nerves. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're together with a person all the time, that person is going to start getting on your nerves, and you start saying things you don't mean. You got to apologize. So it's good to have that separation, to have parts of yourself that you keep to yourself. And sometimes it's a man cave, sometimes it's just going out with your friends, sometimes it's just sitting in reflection. It's like you need time to yourself because even though you're a couple, you're still an individual, and like you have to respect that that person is still an individual. So you need, and he
That's a
needs
good point. I like
time
that.
for himself. Any last thoughts?
Yeah, that's it.
Robert Frost once said, "Absence makes the heart grow fond."
Is that
That's
Robert
true.
Frost? I was wondering who said that.
It is very easy to get sick of somebody, especially when you're with them 24/7, 365. You definitely need time to just debrief, take a breath, and just go back into it. So,
And it doesn't just count for relationships too, even friends. Like if you spend like an hour with somebody every Tuesday night, like you don't want to be bothered with them until
good.
next
And we can
Tuesday.
move on.
You know?
Don't worry, we don't have to. We don't have to have the every hour on Tuesday nights. So,
Shut
it's up to you.
All right, so the next one. So I asked this girl I know who I text almost every day what she was doing this particular day, and she told me she is supposed to have dinner with her aunt. I then said, well, if not, do you want to go to dinner? And she said, let me check with my aunt and see if we are deaf going. Deaf, she means definitely. She texts back, I'm just clarifying, I'm not being smart. She texts back and said they are, and we rescheduled for another day. I'm wondering, should she, I'm sorry, I'm messing this up so badly. I'm wondering, should she have canceled with her aunt to have dinner with me if she really liked me? Would you cancel plans with family to go out with someone you liked? Have at it.
I mean, if you were visiting and like the aunt like stayed there and I can always go out to dinner with my aunt and you were like, visiting, then sure. But like if we talk all the time and my relative is coming into town, you will take a seat.
Refer to question 1, sir.
Sorry, my headphones came off. So, Jason?
That messed you up. Your headphones coming out. You was about to say something.
Yeah, I thought I had some space, and I was like, and it came flying out.
No, I feel like if look, you need to know who you're messing with. If you're messing with someone and you're texting them every day, you should know how important their family are to them. So if that caught you by surprise, then you haven't really been paying attention. Especially if someone wants to have dinner with their family, you need to respect that decision. It could be an important dinner. It could be something where they haven't seen their aunt in years. You just don't know. So I don't feel like you should automatically say, oh, just because someone likes me, they should dish their aunt and go to dinner with me. That doesn't really add up or make sense, and it's not definitely going to get you in the best of circumstances with that person moving forward. Because if you start putting yourself or trying to put yourself in front of their family, that normally does not work out for the best. So I would advise that you take your back seat for a little while, and when they're interested enough to go to dinner with you, they will.
I saw this question. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, William.
I was just going to say, like, on a serious note, it's just a little selfish of a person to want somebody to cancel a dinner with, like, a family member. This could be a long-standing date that she has with her aunt, or this could be something her aunt has some news to tell her. Like, it could be anything could be happening. If you like her for her, and if she likes you for you, she will still want to go to dinner with you after she goes to dinner with her aunt. Like, you shouldn't be like.
She could go to 2 dinners. That's true.
I know such thing as too much dinner.
Tell that to America, who's struggling with. No, I'm kidding. I actually saw this question. I found it interesting. So much so that I felt like we really needed to put it on the show. Sometimes if I see a question and I know somebody like desperately needs to be addressed, I will put that question on the show, even if it puts us over our 2-question limit. I think that your train of thought needs some serious redirection, because like how could you possibly think that somebody is supposed to, and the other guys gave you a benefit of a doubt saying, well, maybe aunt's from out of town or you're out of town. If aunt lives in town and you live in town, it doesn't matter. If I made plans with a family member, I'm not going to cancel those plans just because I like somebody. Like I have dinner with my aunt, nobody, and family is just as important as getting together with people that you like. I think that it's weird for you to think that she should cancel. Like, and I think it's selfish, and I think that that relationship is going to be, it's not going to work out well for you if you expect those types of things from people. Like, don't expect her to cancel plans. She had plans already. It's not like she went out with another guy or anything like that. Like, family, you're okay with that. You can wait, have dinner with her tomorrow. And our last question of the day. I have the looks, but it doesn't get me girls, or at least not alone. It has gotten me interest in two girlfriends, but I didn't really like them. So I'm wondering, is it up to me to make all the moves, like breaking the ice and stuff? Are girls too shy to say anything, even if they like you?
No comment.
What you mean no comment? You can't just say no comment. I mean, what the hell?
It's like I have the looks. Debatable.
Yeah, very debatable.
Send a
Right.
picture of yourself with it, then we'll make the decision.
We'll be the judges. No, I'm kidding.
So, like, what the hell? What is wrong? I don't know. Okay, so you feel like you're an attractive person, but women aren't coming up to you. So the girlfriends that you did have, those are women that you went up to, and then they liked and they received what you were offering them. So I mean, you may have not liked them, but I mean, stay in your lane. And like those are the type of women that you could probably get. So continue to do that. And whatever you did with them, try it with women who you think that are more attractive. Try it with them, and if it doesn't work with them, maybe you don't have the looks.
I disagree. I feel like what happened was the women that actually reached out to him were women that he didn't want in the first place. So I think he's thinking, do only the ugly Jones reach out, or does everyone reach out? Because he's not getting any action from anyone remotely attractive. I mean, and that's just a battle that you're going to have to live with. It's harder to get the prettier girls, and you kind of have to put a little bit of work in, and that's just the way that the cookie crumbles. If you feel like, that you want to be, courted, it's probably not going to happen. A lot of girls, just in my experience, they like a person to reach out to them. They don't particularly like to reach out to a man themselves. Most women are still, with the whole chivalry thing, and they like, the man to take the lead on stuff like that. So if you're man enough to do that, then I feel like you should go out and do it. I don't understand why you would want a girl to ask you out on a date or get down on the knee and propose to you or anything like that.
I don't see. Go ahead, William, because I'm supposed to.
No, go ahead, Ty.
Like, I don't see your looks being a factor in the situation and with the way you put it. Like, I'm really confused. I feel like a man should court a woman or go after a woman if he likes her. Like, you should not expect for women to come after you. Like, if they are, like in my experience, I always found that, and this could just be my experience, so don't send me any letters, I don't care. I found that women who come after men, they always seem to be like a little bit off their rocker. And it's always like I would prefer to work for something and work for someone and appreciate the fact that the work that I put into that paid off. Not have someone just come after me. I feel like anything that in life in general that's easy to get is not worth keeping. And so I think you need to keep that in mind when you're putting in all the work and you're feeling like you shouldn't have to. And I think that you should have to. As a man, that's what you should do. Men are to work, and work for your woman, work for your money, work for your dreams, whatever else you need to work for, but you need to put in work, period. And if you have a woman, that's enough. Put in work.
I also agree. Men's should put in the work. Here's the thing. The first question I have, because I like to question things I don't quite understand. So my first question is, by whose scale did you judge that you have the looks? Like, who was the judge of these looks? How did you come up with, did you sit in a mirror and did you fall in lust with yourself?
I think life teaches you whether or not you have the looks.
Oh, it absolutely teaches you.
So, if you don't have the looks, you know you don't have the looks. And if you have them, you know that you have them. Life will teach you.
That's my first question. My second question is, I don't believe that women should be coming after you. The Bible says when a man findeth a wife, he findeth himself a good thing. Sir, you got to go find it. If you want it, you got to find it. Stop waiting for women to come after you. Ain't gonna happen. And in my experience, every single woman that has come after me, giving me I turned it because I knew they was good and crazy. I didn't even give them the time of day. Blocked them, put them on a block list, and went on about my business because I knew they was good and crazy.
That's all. Send us your questions, brotalklive.com. Unfortunately, we can't get everyone's questions on the show, but we do try to backtrack. But we love to communicate with our viewers, so definitely send us your questions. And send us follow-ups to see how our advice has helped you in life.
Yeah.
Time to play Jizza Time. And today in Jizza Time, we're going to play a little game called Match Game. You guys ready?
Yes.
Always a fun time on Jizza Time. All right. XXL released their 2016 freshman class. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the names of all of these people, and I want you to tell me which name goes with which person on this list.
I'm already
wrong. 3 people.
We're all going to take a stab at this, so it's going to be a group effort. So we're going to start with this first character here on the top left with his fingers open. This one right here. Let me see if I can click on the page for you. This one right here. So I want to know, guys, who do you think this guy is on this list of names?
Kodak Black.
I'm going to go with Lil Dicky because he looked like he got a Lil in his name.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that. So
I'm going to go with designer.
You're gonna go with designer right there at the top left. So can we all come together?
Is that designer?
We need one name.
Just want to do that.
No, I think designer is dark. Oh, I'll go with designer.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with designer.
All right, we're gonna go with designer.
All right, so we got a designer for that guy. All right. Next up, we got the one next to him. This one right here. What do you think this guy's name is? That's cheesing really hard. Besides the second.
That's designer. I've seen him.
Wait, hold it.
The guy that you just pointed to behind the guy we talked about is designer.
Oh, we already said the other guy was designer. Who's this guy?
Wait, don't try to change. I want to change it.
Okay, so
I'm gonna go with Ty said. That's designer behind the man.
So I don't. This guy is designer.
That guy's designer. Yeah.
All right. So who's this first guy?
Sure?
That's Lil Ducky.
Lil Ducky.
Lil Dicky.
Yeah, let's go with that.
That's probably Kodak Black, to be honest with you. That sounds like what his name will be.
Why are we struggling so hard?
Because we're adults with jobs.
I think that's Kodak Black now.
The next guy with his hands up in the air. Who do we think this guy is?
French Montana.
Is it? But why would
the point of this that like I don't know who these people are.
He wants to embarrass us, and he's winning. Like he's doing very well at it.
That's Dave. No, the white guy's Dave.
I'm gonna go with Denzel Curry.
Anderson.
Yeah, let's go with Denzel Curry.
All right, fine. I was gonna say Anderson.
Anderson's the white guy.
Oh, I feel like the other guy would be Dave.
I feel like that white guy is gonna be something that's gonna try it.
All right,
That's
so
Kodak Black. The white guy's Kodak Black.
This
Ain't
guy with the locks that you have the pointer on, he's
With the
got
dreads.
like little.
That's the Weekend, ain't it?
No, that's Ducky. That's Lil Ducky.
Yeah, that's
guy
right.
with the dreads.
Oh, we already used Lil Ducky.
So we're gonna use Lil Yachty or
No, let's go with Okay, Lil
Oh,
Yachty.
you might be 21 Savage though.
He does look like a
Because he got
Savage.
the
Yeah,
dress.
he got the dress. Yeah, 21 Savage.
Let's go. We go with 21 Savage.
Yeah, let's do that.
It is time for
That's the person from
the
Orange.
white guy.
Black.
What's the white guy's name?
Black. The black.
The white guy's Dave East.
No, he's clearly Kodak Black.
Wait, is it Dave East or Anderson Paak?
Either Dave or Anderson.
Let's go with Dave because Paak is spelled with 2 A's, and I feel like he wouldn't do that.
Okay, Davies. All right.
Yeah.
The purple dreadlocks here.
That's a little yucky.
Yucky.
Ain't that a name, little yucky?
Can we get back to the names so we?
I know, Jason. You can come out with the names.
My students listen to him. I know who that one is. I know that one. That's little Uzi. Uzi.
Little Uzi Vert.
That's the one. Cause he's from Philadelphia. He was at the Roots picnic.
All right. So we all agree that's little Uzi the Vert.
Hell, how would we know?
That's all I.
No, it's not. Like he looks.
It is. That one is. I know.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I think it's. Wait, there's another one with little in it. Yachi.
All of them have little in it.
But when you said the Roots Picnic one, I think it's the little Yachi one from the Roots Picnic. Ty says little Yachi, so we can put him. I'm positive that it's him because he was at the Roots Picnic.
I don't know nothing else, but I know that one.
I bet you.
I'm gonna go with Uzi.
Because my students listen to it.
Settled. Uzi the Vert is the one with the purple dreadlocks.
Right.
That's like Lil Yachi.
The little guy next to him.
Lil Yachi is the one right in the light skin one in the front. I feel like that.
No.
I like
so
the
who's
one
the
with the
hat right here?
Huh?
The one in the hat right here.
That's. Let me see. Go back to the names. That's got to be G Herbo or
Definitely G Herbo. Yeah.
Like, I feel like that. Because that sounds like a real light skinned rapper name, like something ridiculous.
Don't it? Jason, you should have just got a picture of trash bags and put it on this.
Doesn't it look like the person from Orange is the New Black? Is that her?
Who's Born to Be Black? That one in that bottom corner.
It's Kodak Black. With the Orange is the New Black one, that's Kodak Black.
No.
Anderson Paak is the one. Anderson Paak is the light skinned one in the front.
You're not getting both. So Anderson is the light skinned one, and 21 Savage is that one.
Yeah.
Lil Yachty got in the back.
All right, so who's in the front? Is that 21 Savage in the front?
Yeah. Lil Yachty in the back.
No.
So Lil Yachty is the one that looks like Busta Rhymes with the hands
No,
up.
it's not.
Right. Yeah.
Well, first off, look how he's holding his hands. Like it's like a Uzi. Like he's the Uzi one.
No, little Uzi is that one in the middle.
Oh my God, you're so wrong. And you like our student at school, and you're still wrong. Like he's not. Like you work with kids, and you're still wrong.
I'm not wrong.
I bet you is.
Kids. I don't know. I know it.
I'm telling you, like we need to switch those two. The
one
with
that I
purple
get-
hair.
We're not switching them. We're not switching them.
All right. Well, let's see.
The only ones I know, I think, is designer. That's the only one I'm sure about.
I know Kodak Black. I know 21 Savage and Anderson Paak.
All right, so this is the actual answers right here.
Told you. I got it right.
And we will move this over. And what we're going to do is we're going to paste the one you guys did and paste it right next to it. So, let's see what you got right. So this is little Yachty right here on the left.
Wait, where?
With the tongue out.
We were somewhere, right?
We were close.
We had a little.
Designer, of course, is the second one. Dave East is the guy with his hands up. You guys said that was Denzel Curry. Denzel Curry is the one with the dreadlocks, actually.
The nerd.
I thought that was Lil Yachty. Lil Dicky is the white guy.
Bye.
Wait. Lil Dicky did that rap for Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
I wish I'd have known that.
Lil Uzi is who Will said he was.
Oh, we got 21 Savage, right?
We got the whole front row right.
You got Herbo right.
Herbo right.
You got the whole front row right. So you guys did pretty good. I'm proud of you guys. Good job.
We got the whole front row in designer. That's all
So we got 6 people.
Two of them.
Oh, yeah, we did pretty good.
We got 6 people right. That's good.
Good job,
guys.
We only got 3 wrong. Like we killed it for us to not know any of their songs. Like we killed it.
All right, time for Dex's BS report.
Y'all see how adamant I was about that one and was still wrong? Like that's why y'all got me reporting BS reports. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But there's a new trend that's out. It's something that a lot of women and some men are doing. It's called benching in relationships. So what benching is if it means you're not interested in someone, but you're not wanting a full-blown relationship with them. Basically, you're on the fence with the person. So if you don't want to commit to them, but ever so often, if you want to do like a little bit of cyber dating or something like that, you should just coffee with them, or if you need some attention, you kind of like text them to talk to them, or if you want to have sex with them, you text them, and then you have to, when you do it, you have to go completely MIA on them afterwards. You cannot talk to them until you're ready to get more attention or more sex or something like that. It's something that a lot of people are doing, and you don't tell the other person that you're benching them, but you just do it. And it's happening a lot with women. Women are starting this trend, and then obviously guys are catching on to it. During the campaign, Donald Trump said about Megyn Kelly, he was saying, like, you could see blood coming out of her eyes and her whatever. A lot of people attributed that to him talking about her vagina, about, when she has her period. So there's a company that has created panties called the new Bloody Marys, which women are, they're designed for women to wear on their period, so that when they menstruate, they can menstruate all over the face of
No, come on.
Republican presidential hopeful Donald Trump. And lastly, there's a new study that came out that'll let you know if a person is lying to you. Apparently, without having them take a lie detector test. So apparently, you'll ask a person, like, when was the last time you lied? So I ask you guys, when was the last time you guys lied?
It's been a while.
The last lie I can remember.
I lied today actually because I told the student that I would be back in my room. They were getting on my nerves. I just wanted them to go away, so I lied to them. So today was last my lie.
Jason?
I probably lied at Walmart when I told this lady I'd tell her how good the wine was that I just purchased. I told her I'd come back and tell her, and I don't think that I will.
Will?
I did lie today, but I'm not going to say what because the person to whom I lied watches the show.
So apparently, people who lie would, like, if you ask a person who lies, like, when was the last time you told a lie, they would say to you, oh, I can't remember the last time I told a lie. I haven't told a lie in so long. That's the first time that you're dealing with a liar, because people lie about 200 times per day, according to this survey. So if you're at, and even like little things, like somebody saying, oh, how are you doing? Like, oh, I'm fine, even though like you're dying in the inside, like little lies like that. But another ways to know if people are lying is they talk a lot in third person. So if you're talking to a person, it's like, oh, well, like, how was XYZ? And they're like, oh, well, everyone had a good time and stuff like that. They don't talk directly about themselves. They talk about other people. They use negative language. So if you kind of confront somebody about a lie and they get the cursing and everything, they're probably lying about it. Yeah, cussing. Their story about it is fairly basic often. Like they won't tell like an elaborate story, or if you listen to the story, it's just kind of like, okay, and what else happened? Because it's very basic, because they can't really keep up a good lie.
Not unless they're a good liar.
Maybe.
They don't tell me elaborate stories with all
and also they use overly complex phrasing, so they'll use like really big words to try to like trip you up and confuse you, or they'll use like venues that you've never heard of and stuff like this, so that they can kind of confuse you about the lie that they're telling. And lastly, when they're confronting or you talk to them a little bit more about it, they'll go dead silent. So those are how you can tell if a person is lying to you. So if you feel like a person's lying to you, first lead off by asking them when was the last time they lied, and then kind of go through the motions to figure out if you're being lied to. And that's Dex's BS report for the week.
So I got a question, Dex.
Uh-huh.
Based off of that, Don King would be a liar.
Who is this?
Don King, the one uses overly complex, or Jesse Jackson?
Well, it depends on like the story that they're. Well, Jesse Jackson. I mean, we know. Ain't no truth coming from them lips. But I mean, like it's also like depending on the story. So if you ask them about something specific, and then you get these traits or these characteristics, then you know that they're lying about their story.
All right, good Dex, good BS report, Dex. Really appreciate it.
Good job this week.
Finally.
When was the last time you lied, Dex?
It's weird, when I was reading this, I'm like, I don't be lying. Like I told a very big lie today. Like, and I can't say it on air because I don't get fired. So
I think people lie.
And plus I work in sales, so I lie every day.
I judge people when they lie, like really badly. It irritates me unless I'm lying, because I think that I lie for like really good reasons and other people don't. Because I lie
Of course
like
you do.
because somebody's
That's what
getting
liars.
and I want somebody out of my face. Like, oh yeah, I'll be right back. Like lies like that are the ones I tell.
No, I don't tell big lies though. Like I think that's a little ridiculous. Like I'm very careful about my lies. I don't overly do it with the lies, and I don't lie to my friends either.
I don't either. What?
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Seats.
where's God? It is now time for Seats. This is the section of the show where we usher your most undesired guests of the week to a seat where they can sit in silence and think about the foolish things that they've done. So, would anybody like to begin?
I'll
with
begin.
this?
My seat is going to go to none other than Dwayne Carter Jr., also known as Lil Wayne. If you guys haven't heard, Lil Wayne underwent 2 seizures actually yesterday after what was discovered that he drank 3 bottles of promethazine, codeine, cough syrup.
Codeine.
He entered I think it was a club or a plane or something like that, with 5 16-ounce bottles of codeine syrup. 3 of them were gone once he landed after he caught that seizure. The plane had to stop twice because Lil Wayne had seizures. This is not the first time that Lil Wayne has had these seizures, and he reportedly thanked his fans for their support during this time and for all of their prayers and well wishes. My thing is, you knew this was going to happen because you drank all those damn bottles of cough syrup. This is not the first time this has happened. This is not going to be the last time this has happened. He was out seen partying with the double cups, having himself a grand old time. Sir, Prince just died because he was hooked on some damn drugs. You are no older than 37 years old at the absolute oldest. You cannot be sitting here downing these bottles of cough syrup and thinking that you're just going to be okay. People die off of drinking lean. It is illegal. You cannot continue to do this. This isn't some recreational drug like weed or, cigarettes or alcohol. This is something that can absolutely kill you. I don't understand. You look like you're the happiest point in your entire life. You're skateboarding all the time. You have these vlogs. You're not really doing music because you don't have to at this point because you have $1 gazillion in the bank. You're not affiliating with Birdman. Why are you subjecting yourself to this type of strenuous torture? You're going to end up killing yourself. We're all going to be in mourning because the greatest rapper, Lil Wayne, has died. And why are you going to put us through all this? Because you want to get high off of codeine. This is ridiculous. We literally just went through this. Did you not see Prince just carried out of an elevator dead because he had a drug addiction? Stop it. Just stop. Like, people around you need to stop. People around Lil Wayne need to stop enabling him by giving him all of this stuff and giving him whatever he wants. I understand that that's the lifestyle. When people have millions of dollars, they can do whatever they want. But you cannot allow your friend to go down like this, especially after we're clearly losing music legends to drugs.
Excuse me, Jason. Before we carry on, I would like to rebuke you. Rebuke simply means to correct. Don't you dare mention Prince in the same sentence with that. They're not on the same level.
And then he gonna say,
Wayne stole my record from Prince.
Legend.
That's the shade.
wait, and then he gonna end it up talking about some we're losing legends. Like, if you don't stop, like
Lil Wayne is one of the top.
Lil Wayne could not sit in the same store as Prince.
Lil Wayne is one of the top 10 rappers of all time. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, with that little yachty.
Absolutely. Lil Wayne is a legend. I don't care what you guys say. Kiss my ass.
I think Miss Parker was one of the greatest records ever made, personally.
Thank you. If there was no Lil Wayne, there'd be no Drake Dex. So there's that.
Lil Wayne is a legend, and let me tell y'all something. If you don't think I have to get myself together real quick. I forgot about that. I'll go next with my C. So I like Ashanti. Like I like her. I think she's a great artist.
Oh, we're going downhill, aren't we?
I mean, speaking of legends, I like Ashanti, okay? So I made a post on Instagram the other day where it was like, kind of like a joking thing, like, who needs to come out with an album next? And it was like Drake, Rihanna, Beyonce, and I make them all kind of like point to Ashanti or whatever. So Ashanti liked the post, and like when celebrities like your post, it tends to attract like a lot more people to your post. So there was a girl in my post by the name of Queen_Pin28 who decided to come onto my. I don't know you. So she decided to come on my post and say Ashanti can't sing at all. She needs to have several seats laughing out loud. Her career's been over since Beyonce killed her back in 2003 laughing out loud. Who the hell are you to take time out of your day to you first off you're searching pages that Ashanti likes. So you search my page just to write that about her. Girl, if you don't sit down somewhere. Like who does that?
What's the name?
Hold on. It's Queen_Pin28. Looking like a house. Talking about somebody need to take a seat. With your 132 followers. If you don't sit down somewhere.
She had to let you know. She had to set the record straight.
Who does that? Like that means she legit searches photos that Ashanti likes. Because that's the only way she found me. She searched a photo that Ashanti liked and went on there to comment on it.
Look, I mean, she had a duty. You don't mess with
you to enjoy enjoy yourself a glass of bleach and play in traffic in shoe glass. Enjoy yourself. Like, get the hell away from me.
Ty?
My life is good, guys. I'm not seeing anybody this week.
All right. Well, then I'll go ahead and I think I'll seat two. So the first seat is going to be for a group of people, and that is all of the people who are trying to justify the acts of Orlando. You people just need to be seated because.
Oh, I have another seat too. Go ahead. I got one right after you.
One of my blood. The second seat I have. I'm not really sure if this seat watches the show, but this is for someone with whom I labor in the vineyard. This morning was a rough day as far as graduation practice goes. You all know I work in the schools, and we're gearing up for graduation. It's supposed to be a happy time, but daggone, I can't even go into full detail. I think one of my coworkers to be seated. One of my coworkers just need to be seated because you tried it so hard. Like you tried it super hard, and you made me go off so bad. I almost climbed in my bag and went off on every Anglo-Saxon. But God kept me.
What else is new?
Right.
That's it. I'm gonna leave it right there.
Oh yeah,
right, hold
on. You go ahead.
You got one, Ty?
Yeah, like I'm seeing these conspiracy theorists. I'm because William brought it up. I see people posting similar guns online saying, I'm trying to see how you snuck this gun in here. There were 3 or 4 shooters. The government's hiding something. I need it to stop because right now people's families are experiencing, like, you just need to be seated. Like, I just need all conspiracy theorists, and I'm going to go ahead and add in all the woke people with that whole and just be seated. We've heard enough from you for today. We will see you in 2 weeks.
All right, and my last seat, the most important seat I'll give out all day. I forgot all about this. I'm glad that you said the one word that you said, Bill, and that word is Orlando. Orlando Brown, formerly from That's So Raven, posted this on his page. More love, less hate, pray for it. He said, much appreciated. This is awesome and insulting at the same time, but thanks, I'll take what I can get. This dumbass thought that they were talking about him when they were talking about pray for Orlando. He did not know at all what was going on around him.
He knew. This man he said, you know what? I have been out of the news. I'm not about to go bleach my skin, but I want that Stunt King of the Year award, so I am about to pull the Stunt of the Year. And we need to just announce him as the winner because it doesn't get no worse than that. Like
he tried it so hard. Like I just don't even understand where you got the nerve to even pull something like that off.
I don't care about you enough to make a post.
That reminds me of like when Bow Wow was hiding from those people in Disney World.
they don't know it's me.
They don't know it's me. That like we're not thinking about you. at all. Like, they wouldn't post "Pray for Orlando" if you just died yesterday. Like, nobody's, nobody,
Person. Like, who do you think you are?
Like, I don't even think Raven would acknowledge your death. I need you to stop now.
Raven be like, am I gonna get my phone back?
All right, well, that was the show. Thanks, everyone, for watching and participating. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and tell a friend. I'd like to thank our associate producer this week, my wife, Christina Daly, for her great work on the show. You guys have any shout-outs to give?
I just like to give a shout out to Christina. I mean, it's always nice to be fired and learn about it on air. I think that's cool.
Nepotism.
All right, for Ty, for Dex, for Bill, this has been another edition of Pro Talk Live. You guys enjoy your week, and we'll see you next time.